Hey, healthy humans. Today I'm going to show you a few techniques that are taken from Kundalini Yoga that will help you to make better decisions. Because we've all done this, right? We have all made decisions when we were stressed out, when we were angry, when we were in a hurry, or we felt pressured. And then we later regret those decisions. Now, sometimes our decisions can be small. Maybe it seems like it's insignificant. Other times our decisions can be big and they can wreak havoc. The consequences of these decisions can wreak havoc on our family life, our relationships, and our work life. So, wouldn't it be amazing if we could improve our decision making abilities by just 1% a day? With the tools that we're going to practice, we improve our decision making abilities 1%, and we compound that over 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. We'll be making decisions, well, good decisions 98% of the time. And wouldn't that be amazing? Think of the impact that that would have on your relationships and on your professional life and on your home life. Now, let's talk about why we never want to make decisions when we're in a stressed state. And I don't like to use the word never very often, but in this case, I'm going to say we strive for never making decisions when we're in a stressed state. And that's because our mind, the brain actually, and the mind, they don't work. We're not able to process well when we're under stress. Our whole body operates because of the autonomic nervous system. And that's the part of our nervous system that regulates all of the automatic functions in our body: the heart rate, digestion, body temperature, hormone system, and rational thinking. Reproduction, all of these go under the autonomic nervous system. And it operates really well when it's in a state of homeostasis. So when we're in homeostasis, everything's functioning really well. But as soon as we perceive a threat, the sympathetic nervous system kicks in. So the autonomic nervous system is divided into two parts: the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The sympathetic is the fight or flight part of the nervous system. This parasympathetic is the rest and digest part of the nervous system. So as soon as sympathetic kicks in, we've got a threat. All of a sudden, our blood flow goes running to the big muscle groups. It goes to the legs, to the glutes, and to the heart, so that we can run and get away from the danger, or we can fight and attack, ward off the danger or the threat. The blood flow reduces to the other systems, which is why our digestion doesn't work. Because when we're under threat, we don't need to digest food. We don't need to reproduce. We don't need hormone regulation because we're about to get eaten. And we don't need rational thinking because we just have to be safe. So the body is pretty amazing in the way that it's designed, but it means that we have to take responsibility and go, oh, wait a second, before making that decision, I'm going to pause. Now, the pause is one of the beautiful things that yoga teaches us how to do. The practice of yoga is designed to take us back and forth between the two parts of our autonomic nervous system. So it's designed to be able to take us from a stressful state into a restful state. And that's a skill that we keep practicing over and over and over. The more we practice it, the better we get at it. We're not going for perfection. We're going for permanent, for it to be an automatic change, so that when we feel stress coming up or when we feel a decision coming up, then we go, oh, wait a second, I'm going to pause, reset myself, and then we'll be better able to make a decision that we're not going to regret. And when I look at the big decisions that I've made in my life, and even before I was practicing yoga, and even early through my yoga practice, even late in my yoga practice, know what I make plenty of mistakes every single day. But when we take the time to be able to go, wait a second, what is it I really want out of this situation? I found that I make decisions impulsively when I feel stressed or I feel fear. And I'm not actually considering what it is that I want in the long term. I'm looking more at like the immediate situation, and it's usually get out of discomfort, right? So when we give ourselves permission, one of the things yoga does too is it trains us to be able to sit in discomfort and to not be affected by it. And that is a beautiful skill, because then it's not like we have to run. we're like, okay, well, wait a second. What is this discomfort about? So let's go back to regulating our nervous system. So yoga practices teach us how to regulate our nervous system so that we can change our state of being anytime we want. And this is a superpower. I tell my kids all the time, and myself, if there's any superpower you can have, it's the ability to change your state of being at any time that you choose. So we practice it. Now, these techniques that we're going to do. Oh, also, when we're under fear, our whole perspective narrows. So we go from being able to see things out here and gathering stimulus and information from all these other places to whoosh, it becomes super streamlined. And that's why we tend to make all or nothing kind of decisions when we're under stress. It's black or white, it's all or nothing, it's good or bad. We're not able to see all of the other things that exist because our focus has had to narrow, and that's because of the fear or the stress. So it's really important that we learn a skill that brings us back down to homeostasis and that we practice it regularly and consistently so that when we really are in a stressful state and need to make a decision, that we're able to do that. It doesn't mean wait until the stressful state and making a decision to practice. It's something that we practice every single day so we get better at it when we really need the tools. So we're doing 2 breath techniques, a mantra and a mudra today. Okay. The first breath technique is called Sitali Pranayam. And this is a fun one because it cools you down. It's just a cooling breath. Ooh, not everyone can do this, but if you can, make a U with your tongue. And imagine your tongue is just a straw, and we will breathe in and out through the tongue. When you exhale, exhale completely until all of the air has left your belly. And if anything, just making the tongue will help you to relax and not feel so much stress. 3 minutes. And you feel better? I always too, when I'm feeling stressed, I like to get up and move my body. So whether it's taking a walk, whether it's just doing some shoulder shrugs, whether it's hopping in the shower, or it's changing your clothes even, there's a way to change states, and I like to change my physical position. It helps me to be able to change easier. And then when you come back, now this is a yogic breath, and a yogic breath is a long, slow breath. We breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, but I want you to think of breathing in almost 3 separate areas. So it's down at the lower belly, it's down in the middle of the rib cage, and then it's wide into the chest, not high, but wide. As we exhale, it goes in, the ribs contract, the belly contracts, okay? And again, it's 3 minutes. We're gonna do this 3-part breath, slow yogic breath. Think of tires. I think of these, stacking donuts right on top of each other and exhaling out, along with a mantra. And the mantra, that's a powerful Kundalini Yoga mantra, is Sat Nam. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. And the third point will be a mudra. So you'll bring your index fingers right to the inside of your thumbs right here. Let the hands rest down onto your lap. And we're going for 3 minutes today, okay? So you can even think of a decision that you've got to make. Maybe one you've been putting off. And when you're ready, this can be seated in a chair or on the floor in Sukhasana, which is crisscross applesauce, okay? Keep your spine straight, so sit up tall. When you're ready, let your eyelids close. Exhale completely till you feel the belly go all the way in. Inhale to the lower belly, the middle of the ribs, the upper chest. Say Sat. Exhale, Nam. We sink the chest, draw the ribs in, draw the lower belly in. Inhale, Sat. Exhale, Nam. Sink the chest, draw the ribs in, Draw the lower belly in. Inhale, Sat, into the lower belly, into the middle of the ribs, into the upper chest wide. Exhale, Nam. Sink the chest, draw the ribs in, draw the lower belly in. Inhale, Sat, into the low belly, into the middle of the ribs, into the upper chest, feel it expand. Exhale, Nam. Sink the upper chest, draw the ribs in, draw the lower belly in. One more round. Inhale, Sat, into the low belly, middle of the ribs, upper chest. Exhale, Nam. Now here in the silent space with your eyes still closed, think about this situation again you have to make a decision about. And ask your highest self. We're connecting with our intuition here. So ask, what is it I really want out of this situation? Now, sometimes what we think we want is not actually what we really want. So we'll go even deeper and ask again, is there anything else I really want out of this situation? What would be the ideal outcome? And think bigger, expand. It's not even a thinking, it's a feeling, it's a sensing bigger. One more time, go even bigger. What is it I really, really want out of this situation? And now ask, is there anything that I'm not seeing? Can you show me a higher perspective to this situation? Is there anything I'm not seeing? Please show me a higher perspective to this situation. Now we wait and listen for the answers. The answers will come over the next 24 hours, usually, sometimes 48 hours, and they'll come in synchronicities. There'll be something where someone says something, oh, there it is. There's a solution I didn't realize. It might come when you're in the shower or washing the dishes, or a song comes on the radio that you hear. So listen for the answers. They will come. Now enjoy being in this state. This is the state of flow or the state of oneness. And this is the power of yoga. We practice 3 minutes. That's all it takes. 3 minutes, 2-3 times a day. Practice it. And let me know how your decision-making abilities change. Because when we can trust ourselves to make decisions, to make good decisions, we're building trust in ourselves. We're building up our own confidence. We're building up our own integrity. It helps us to feel good about who we are and where we're going. And that makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it? Thank you so much for being here, healthy humans. I appreciate you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Share it with anyone that you think might benefit from it. And until I see you the next time, thanks so much. Bye.